Welcome back to another segment of Buckingham Business Review. I'm Bernie Wolford, president of Buckingham Associates, and our video magazine is about the intersection of strategy, people, and tactics. We are so pleased to welcome back for another segment on our show, Holly Frew of Write2Market. If you missed the first segment with Holly, I invite you to go back and watch that. But Holly, let's pick up where we left off last time. We were talking about your firm, Write2Market. I sense you're growing like wildfire. You recently moved into some new space. There was a grand event last week. Why don't you begin by telling our audience a little bit about what's happening at Write2Market, your new offices, which are spectacular, and sort of where the firm is and where it's going.
Well, Bernie, our CEO and founder's name is Lisa Calhoun, and she's done a great job at leading the firm to where it is today. And yes, we are just opened a brand new loft space, office space in Studioplex, which is right in the middle of the Sweet Auburn district near Edgewood and Boulevard area. It's really exciting. We are a growing firm. Most of our clients they are all business-to-business companies, and we really specialize with clients that are within the energy and technology industries. And so, those industries in themselves are really growing. So it's a very exciting time to be a part of that.
Now, I'm an engineer by trade, which means I am not very creative, but I could not help but be creative. When I walked into your new offices for your event, I was just blown away. Won't you share with our audience maybe some of the philosophy and design and how that's going to work to support your personal work and that of your clients?
Mm-hmm. Well, the event you're talking about, I think, is making your own headlines.
Right.
And how we look at PR, and when we partner with a client, what we do is take their messaging, we sit down with them and really find out what is the core message, how do they really want to be positioned in the marketplace, what is the industry and their customers in the world need to know about their company that they don't know, and we really help them package that message and make it clear and concise. And then we look at the media landscape and what's the news that's happening, what are the stories that are coming out in the media, and how can our client's message fit into that, how can they participate in that conversation that's happening in the media. A great example of that is we had a client that was a leading e-commerce technology company, and they represented some of the largest retailers and brand manufacturers in the country and even the world, and had some access, some insight into how e-commerce sales performance is doing. They have a lot of insight into that because of their position and their leadership with what they do. And we saw an opportunity to submit some really strong e-commerce data performance reports to retail reporters like at Bloomberg or in the New York Times, speaking specifically about how sales were doing during the back-to-school season, because that would be a great story to lead off into how maybe holiday retail sales will be looking like. And so it was just a kind of a very high-level, creative, strategic approach to getting them in the news, and that really, because of the data that they have, it really positions them as an authority on the growth of e-commerce. And
it just, at the time when I was exposed to it, it was like light bulbs went off for me. It just makes so much sense. Instead of swimming upstream against so many other stories that editors can select from, why not join the stream and comment on your take or how your personal role or your personal business is impacted by or contributes to some story that's already in the news. Am I sort of grasping
exactly
the concept?
And the thing to remember that a lot of times that where a PR person, a PR agency can really come in and help is reminding that client that it's not about them, even though they think it's about them and they want it to be about them. It's not about them. It's about how can they really be a strong source for this journalist to present their take and their leadership on a topic.
Right. Always helpful to look at things from the other person's perspective. What is the editor, what is the journalist looking for perhaps to build on an already hot story. That's what I learned, and I think maybe this is known by every PR person in the world. I'm finding out about it for the first time. On the other hand, I think it makes so much sense that I can see how you and your clients benefit from that. Well, once again, thank you for joining us on this segment of Buckingham Business Review. We're going to ask Holly to come back and do yet another segment. So please refer back in 3 or 4 days. And this is Bernie Wolford, your host of Buckingham Business Review. Thank you so much for being with us.